We are back with a juicy one today. We are taking a look at T.I. and Tiny's Synastry. If you guys are unfamiliar what Synastry is in astrology, it's when we take the birth charts of two people and we put them on top of each other to recognize compatibility and where they may clash. And because there's so much going on with scandal with these two, I wanted to take a look at their charts together, but also include today's transit because it's actually the current situation amongst the stars that are also can give us a lot of information. You guys will see that in today's chart we've got 5 planets in Aquarius. Okay. And actually, when the news came out, it came out right when Mercury went into retrograde. So in Aquarius, now Aquarius rules over the internet. So that is really interesting. What's also interesting is when you look at these two people's charts, Ti and Tiny, they don't have any Aquarius energy. Do you see this right here? There is no planets in here. Oh my gosh. Now Ti is in the inside. He is the blue. I'm sorry. Ti is on the outside. He's the red. Tiny's on the inside. We have her birth time. We don't have his. Okay. So when we look at her placements of Aquarius, Aquarius is in her first house. So this is where we are getting a little bit more of that public eye, right? And people seeing her with Aquarius energy, but really she has no planets here. Really interesting. But the first thing that I really do see is that Tiny has Lilith in Pisces. And Lilith in Pisces, this is the dark goddess witchy succubus. In the second house of Taurus's natural home, this is where we're looking at possessions, okay? And so this whole scandal about other women, I really see that Tiny, that her energy is very much so about being possessive. Even though it's in Pisces and it's still in the second house of what we own, right? And so there's this level of her fantasy world, right? Pisces, little dark fantasy world, and how she owns and wants to have items, material items that, are part of her dark fantasies, right? Where Pisces would drift away, wouldn't really materialize in the second house, these fantasies start to materialize for sure. So her Lilith in the second house really speaks towards today's scandal. Now, when we look at his chart against hers, all right, they both have a lot of Libra energy. They're really, really big on beauty. Okay. And in what they see as beauty. And they're also really, really big on relationships. And this is where I'm really seeing they both have very strong power in their relationships. Tiny has a moon in Libra, so she's naturally a people pleaser. And what I pick up here is her ability to surrender to Ti's desires, being a Libra herself, her moon in Libra, his sun in Libra. He's the authority in her, right? Where if the sun is on top of your personal planets, it wants to have more authority. So like his sun being up here in Libra speaks to like him being also very much so about relationships, very good at relationships. You see Saturn here? Saturn is a tough planet, but Saturn likes to be in Libra. So he's learned his lessons in how to handle and manipulate his relationships, speak and be charismatic in relationships. And I really feel like with Tiny's moon being in Libra and his sun being an authority over her moon, that she will please him. She wants to please him. She really wants to please him. And now I really feel like T.I. is going through a Lilith in Libra transit. You see, he's born with Lilith in Libra. You guys know I love talking about the dark goddess energy on my channel. And so Lilith in Libra, he's very, very crippled by Libra women. Their charm, their care, their people-pleasing nature, their ability to invest in you, their ability to know you, to want to get to know you. Yeah, these types of women, they really, really get him strong. They really have power over him. So while Tiny, she's a Libra, so she's got that energy that really can compel him. I think he's very, it always has been very um entangled with Tiny because of his Lilith. She's got a power over him too. Okay, because her moon is going to dominate over his Lilith. So he dominates in the material world, the physical world, the career world, the spiritual world, because his sun is in her ninth house. So he almost becomes like this open guru to her, this spiritual leader, teacher to her, or at least a teacher, even if it's not spiritual. It's at least a teacher, right? But she has also a strong dominance over him too. A sensual dominance over him with her moon in Libra. Now, one of the things that's happening right now is we've got a lot of Uranus energy in Taurus. And while it may seem like, well, what does Taurus have anything to do with this? Uranus being in Taurus, you'll see that in here, right here. Uranus and Mars are right now in Taurus. Okay. And this energy will speak to the stellium in Aquarius, that they seem to have absolutely nothing going on here. So that stellium is right here. That stellium is right here. Okay. But they have nothing in either of their charts. But that energy in Taurus, is squaring that stellium. Okay. So where do they have Taurus? Well, first of all, Tiny has got a Mars in Taurus. She's got a Mars and Taurus in the 4th house. What is a Mars and Taurus in the 4th house about? This is somebody who's actively going towards family. Her actions are all about family on a daily and regular basis. Most of her intentions, and it's all about working towards that family life and their home life. Having a nice home. It's Taurus. Everyone thinks to be luxurious and beautiful, name brand, and she really applies this to the home life. But what the 4th house also represents is your privacy. This is something I really, really knew, but just didn't have enough to really hone that in. But yeah, that 4th house, it's Duello actually that taught me. I know you guys love Duello. I love him. I watch his channel all the time. And actually, he's the one who talked about the 4th house or Cancer energy being privacy. So her privacy, right, is currently on display. Why is that? Well, maybe because she's having a Mars return. So now she's got to fight for her family. And Uranus is here. Uranus creates upheaval. So Uranus is in her 4th house creating upheaval. And Uranus represents the internet, because Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So while they don't have any Aquarius planets here, the Uranus energy in Taurus will take care of that. And in fact, if they did have Aquarius planets here, somebody might have been able to protect themselves. But they are open energy. They were always open energy. They were always going to get some kind of scandal because they don't have nothing here, no wisdom, no anything here to see it coming. Neither of them do. They were really blind to this energy, and it took that Uranus energy combined with Mars and Taurus to pull it out, because this is their private world, specifically Tiny's private world. Now, our dear friend T.I. has Chiron in Taurus. So while Tiny has Mars, he has Chiron, and Chiron is where we're insecure. And, his insecurity with his family and his home base, these may have been themes that have come in and out of his life throughout life. Okay. And this also about his possessions. And I'm really picking up, he really really adores and values his home. He probably did not have the type of home that he enjoys now. And Chiron shows like, look, I had to really come all the way to get that, right? So this is being challenged. His Chiron is under so much pressure by Uranus and Mars right now. And Tiny has more of the ability. She has more of the cards in her hand, I would say, with her moon overpowering his Lilith and her Mars overpowering his Chiron right now. She has more of the odds in her favor. if there is anything true to what is happening here, because I'm not going to be here and destroy people's lives or slander people's lives when I just don't know. But if there is anything happening here, I would definitely say that Tiny has a lot of control and a lot of the ball is in her court. That's really going to be how I see this. I really do. I really do. Let's take a look some more. Her north node is in the 11th house of influence. Okay. We're currently going through a Sagittarius south node transit. Let's take a look here. It's not showing here, but you'll see the north node is at 18 degrees Gemini right now. So the south node is at 18 degrees Sagittarius. Where's that showing up for them? So this is showing up right here in her 12th house, her undoing. Her undoing. And look, his Neptune is in her 12th house naturally, just by synastry. In a lot of ways, his Neptune controls her 12th house. It's where it's naturally there. So his Neptune is strong in her 12th house. And what is that? Her undoing, her subconscious energy. You know what I'm saying? He really has a strong control over her mind here. There's things that we may not be able to see. Not that he's like only in control, but he influences her mind. He influences her from a deep mental space. Now her north node in the 11th house means that she's supposed to be coming out into the world to really let go of all that private world and to be somebody who is in the public eye, which she has done very much so. Her north node is at 29 degrees Scorpio. It's a tough place to be. 29 degrees is a very difficult degree. If you have 29 degrees in your chart, you should definitely get some astrologer to read for you, because knowing the difficulties of this placement can really help you to be prepared and to transform in ways that you haven't. But that 29 degree is connected. If you guys know numerology, let's just talk from a numerology point of view. That 29 degrees on her north node of destiny in the sign of Scorpio, the digger of secrets. Scorpio is the digger of secrets. Okay. All right. So she is either going to be this digger, right? But our north node is often the energy we're not familiar with. Sometimes we shy away from it. Maybe there are secrets that she has kept about circles of friendships that she has never really revealed. And she is probably wouldn't, where Scorpio is, we can hold those secrets till our death. Some of us want to expose it, especially if you have a lot of Gemini in your chart, but I'm not seeing a lot of Gemini in either of their charts. Actually, the air element is only in Libra for both of them. The air element of relationships. You see all these planets and relationships, they deal with a lot of people all the time. They really just in and out handling people all the time. Okay, so but her north node in that 29 degree, she has deep secrets that she's holding on to. And these deep secrets are related to the 11th house, the house of circle of groups and friends and networks. Okay, so yeah, Tiny has a lot. I feel like she is the one with the power in this situation. And I really think that we don't really know. Okay, we don't really know what's happening here, because a lot of this energy actually came out during that Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, in the sign of the internet. So there could be a lot of just things being said, Mercury, messages being said, communication being said that needs to be revisited once Mercury, goes backwards and starts coming forward again. Okay. So I hope you guys like this little synastry look. It was a quick little peek into what's going on. I gave you what I think is going to happen. And I hope that you guys are able to use this to learn how to read your own synastry charts. And we're just going to pray for the well-being of all people involved. If these allegations are true, then the well-being of the victims, and even if they are true, the well-being of the perpetrators too. But also if it's not, then dealing with defamation, slander, embarrassment, it's also very, very tough. And so yeah, this is going to be interesting. Hold on, let's see what happens. Okay, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.